sound.
Absolute fire.
Oh my
Welcome,
God.
comrades.
Amazing.
We need to remember who writes our paychecks. You know, we need to remember what we're doing here. Welcome to the Troll Mafia official live stream for the glory of Mother Russia. So I don't know if anybody else was aware of this, but just to recap, Chili has expertly determined that we are a troll farm. I am operating a troll farm. A troll farm is a politicized group of trolls employed by, I believe, 30 out of 65 countries that took part in a study or survey there. So that's what we are. Russia usually employs troll farms. That's who we're on the payroll for. So speaking of brilliant things that Chili has done or deduced, we have more absolute brilliance for you guys. So on Wednesday, the 21st at 11 o'clock in the morning, we are going to Attleboro District Court. We being myself and Josh Abrams. Chili, of course, will be zooming in from literally the other side of the country because he clearly needs protection being 3,000 miles away from either one of us. But Chili, obviously, in the interim, has just been making videos aimed at me, aimed at Abrams, threatening us. Wait till you see what comes next. I'm going to have people there. So he actually got onto a live stream last night on Lick the Whole Boot. I'm actually going to put the, if you want to watch the whole stream, I'm going to put the link in the chat. We'll put it in the description when we're done here. But he went on this stream and he encountered Abrams. He voluntarily stayed on the stream with Abrams. And I'm just going to let you see what happens here because this is just real brilliance.
I've heard about it, so I'm curious.
I was in all of them. I was in every chat hopping back and forth because I'm a real activist. So just come on up here with the real activists and maybe something will rub off on you. But it won't be one of your GSP people.
Whoa.
Guys,
how about we do this? How about we do this?
And as we can see here, Chili is antagonizing, insulting, and threatening Josh Abrams.
Let's go ahead
right now.
Since we took an attention away from it, let's ask Josh's opinion about this now since we got him up here. Do you think it should maybe the order should have been changed quicker instead of just 3 days, whatever days it was? What is your take on it?
I mean, the order should have never been issued, but I mean, I think everyone in the activism community, nay, the entire world that's walked into a public building and seen a piece of paper that has somehow been tried to been enforced as law. Like, you can write anything on a piece of paper that doesn't make it true, right? Like, the sign should have never been been put up right now. I think that you absolutely have a pretty good 1983 USC for your deprivation of rights because an illegal sign was posted, and then law enforcement violated your First and your Fourth Amendment rights by
Let's
taking
have
you
it.
to a courtroom. Oh, hey, GHC.
All
Let's
right,
have that.
time out.
Let's
Guys,
have
guys.
that. No. Let's have the debate. Tell
You've got your
Josh
son
to
in there.
shut up so I can talk. I
No,
just
I
want
don't,
to
I don't
talk.
listen to
Now
you.
let's compare my
I don't
knowledge
listen- I
to his
don't listen
Guys,
knowledge.
to you.
hey,
No,
Chili
no.
and
Hey,
Josh,
fuck you, you
guys,
fat rapist. Josh,
guys.
if you ever win my presence, my friend, you better hope there's cameras on. You better
Chili.
pray there is.
Hey,
And there's
hey,
someone
hey,
to stop
Chili.
me.
Chili.
No.
Okay, so right there, we're off to a strong start. 2 days before Chili is taking Josh to court to ask the court to civilly restrain Josh under imminent fear of, harm and harassment. He is telling Abrams that if he ever sees him in person, that he better pray that there's no cameras there and that there's someone there to stop him. Obviously we understand that the implication here is a physical threat to Josh Abrams' safety. So that is, I would say, top tier legal maneuvering days before you ask the court for protection against this individual.
He's trying.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that Chili has the right idea here with what, an order of protection is used for.
Fuck
Chili.
you fat piece of
Chili.
shit.
Chili.
No, let's have a debate.
Chili.
Hey, guys. Hey,
Chili.
Midwest
Chili.
accountability.
Chili.
Do you want to talk about your
Chili.
case and
Chili.
actual law?
Yes.
What
Chili.
Josh just said was stupid.
Hey, Chili.
It was, I only came on because what
Pretty
he's so
triggered, Chili.
stupid.
Are you okay?
No, Josh is stupid.
Are you all right, Chili?
Midwest accountability. Do you want to know
Are
about your
you
case, bro?
okay?
Guys, hey,
So
yo,
here's
Josh,
the thing.
Chili, both you
Lift the
guys,
boot. I didn't
Yeah,
get to talk
listen.
yet. I'd
Listen,
like to talk about your
guys.
case.
guys,
Talk about-
guys,
I'll
guys.
show you. Tell him to
Time
shut
out.
up.
Time
He
out.
won't be- he
Both
won't-
you
he
guys.
won't be
Time
able to
out.
talk.
Time out.
Go ahead.
Okay, now lick the whole boot.
What?
I don't mean to criticize you, bro. Just for the future, as a connoisseur of shit shows on live panels, sometimes you just gotta let them go. Because when you're yelling guys, and they don't listen the first or second time, it makes it hard to hear anything. Because I'm sure that Chili is spitting straight knowledge right now. Very, very nuanced, brilliant legal maneuvering ahead of his court date on the 21st at 11 a.m. in Attleboro District Court, where he doesn't live. So I really think that we're missing something here. Probably, we have to appreciate the legal genius of this scholar.
Time out. You guys are yelling at each other. Time the fuck out real quick, okay?
Is it my turn?
Hold
Let me show you how
on.
stupid Josh
Hold
is.
on. Hold on.
He's a
Chili.
legit child.
Chili.
You're a fool,
Chili.
Josh. You stay
Dude.
up there and bloviate, but you didn't say anything.
Chili.
Let me teach
Chili,
them
it's
law.
not your
Let me
show,
teach
Chili.
them actual law.
It's
Oh,
not your
guys.
show, Chili.
Lift the boot. You did this.
Jesus
You
Christ.
did this.
No,
Now you have-
you did this.
You,
No,
you
you
did
did this.
this, dude. You allowed this to happen.
Here we go,
There was
Chili.
20 people on your channel.
No.
So Chili is brilliantly surmised that because Lick the Whole Boot allowed Josh Abrams on his panel, that Chili's ensuing outburst is Lick the Whole Boot's fault.
Because it's never Chili's fault.
It's never Chili's fault. Yeah. Well, wait till you see the apology that he made
I
today.
came on here to
Chili.
literally. No, don't say
Chili.
my name, Lick the Boot.
Oh my
There
god.
was
Oh,
20
don't say
people
his
here,
name,
Lick the Boot. I came
Lick
here
the
to talk
Chili.
about law. You did this.
Chili.
I
Chili.
just want people to know I don't back down from a rapist. I don't have any of that in my history. Josh,
That's
did
fine.
anybody read about him being a
Lick the
rapist?
Time
Lick,
out,
you did
guys.
this, dude. You wanted to
Lick the
hijack
boot.
me?
Lick
Here
the
it
boot.
is. Good
You
time, bro.
hijacked me, Lick the boot.
Wait, Chili wasn't on it, so how did Josh hijack it?
All right, now time out. You guys.
No, he's saying that Lick the Whole Boot has hijacked Chili. That's what
Hijacked
Chili's
his
trying to
own
say.
stream.
He keeps saying that he has been hijacked, even though he voluntarily clicked the link to go up on this StreamYard while Josh Abrams is there to physically threaten them, insult him, call him a rapist, and then turn around and be like, "Whoa, listen, Lick the Whole Boot. This is your fucking fault. Like, why do you even let him up here?"
Jesus Christ.
One of the few times in like YouTube history, like Abrams is actually behaving himself more or less right now. I mean, he clearly is also, bloviating and pretending that he has some sort of legal expertise that is debatable, but he's certainly not acting like Chili.
You guys are gonna listen to me because this is my channel, okay? Listen, okay? So before Chili, no one can hear you, so you can talk as much as you want, but this is my channel, so listen to me really closely, okay? I understand that you guys have your differences, okay? I get it.
He
Okay.
won't let me be heard. He'll talk over me the whole time. He'll make sure I can't be heard.
How did he unmute himself? Jesus Christ.
So let
Chili.
me talk. Let
There's
me talk about the
nobody.
law.
Chili.
Midwest, do you want to hear about your case? Let me just talk about the case. So what Josh said was
Wait.
Let me explain it to you.
Let the
Let me
channel
explain the actual
creator
law.
say something first.
Yeah.
Let the
Josh
channel
is a
creator
judge.
say
Yeah.
something.
He didn't say anything of any merit to you just now, dude. I can actually teach you.
Oh my
You
God.
actually want to learn.
Chili.
Josh
Chili.
raped this chick, dude. Like she
Chili.
jumped on top of her and tried to rape her.
Okay, listen,
Oh,
Chili.
Lick the boot. You wanted to put me in this position. You enjoyed this.
You're not listening to me
You
at
love
all.
it.
You refused to listen to me this whole
You
time.
love it.
So
Hey,
listen
Josh,
to me.
keep
I
hiding,
don't
bro.
love it. Why don't
Everybody
you listen
knows
to me?
Josh is hiding from service. He already got service.
You see the look on this poor guy's face too. He's like, I don't love this. And she's like, you love it. And he's like, no, I don't love it.
It's all your fault, random guy's channel I'm on.
It's
Right.
exactly how his dog feels. He talks to people like they're his dog.
I can't remember if it's before or later on in this clip too. Like he's like, man, I like your channel. I'm subscribed. I saw you went live and I want it. And then like, the same breath, he's like, fuck you. You love this. This is all you care about. Making me look like a fool. Like nobody's making you do this, Chili.
You look like a fool on your own, bud.
But I mean, he's got a slam dunk defamation case anyway, because nobody on the internet has damaged Chili DeCastro's reputation but Chili DeCastro. Like, can't imagine why people don't like you. Like, literally, this is, I think Lick the Boot, whole boot had never spoken to him past this point. Like, this is his first impression of Chili right here. What a first impression you're making on people. You're a real mover shaker. You know how to make friends and influence people, Chili. Like, look at this guy's face. Like, his eyes, you can just tell he's like, what the fuck
Look
did I
at
do? Why
Chili's
am I here?
face. It's like 50 Shades of Meth.
I'm just saying, right there, that is a man who has given up on his fucking live panel for the evening. Just like, I don't know what to do anymore. How do I handle this guy? Like, was not expecting this today. Okay, he just wanted a civil conversation, this guy, and instead, he looks like he's looking for the delete button on this entire fucking panel. Yeah. Poor Lick the whole boot. But Chili, Chili would have an impeccable online reputation if not for you meddling trolls. Don't forget that.
Okay, listen, Chili. Okay,
Josh is
listen, man.
hiding. Like
Chili,
the fat
listen.
piece of shit he is.
Look at him. He's like,
Chili, listen, man. Okay.
Midwest,
You
you want to
have-
hear about your case?
Yes, let me finish what I'm fucking saying, Chili. Okay, listen, dude. Okay, what you need to get, Chili, is that I get that you and Josh have your guys' history. Okay, I get
I
it
guess you don't.
100%. Okay,
I guess you don't,
I
or
do.
you wouldn't have
I
done
do
this
get
to me.
it.
You wouldn't have brought him on. You wouldn't have. What you did
Chili.
crap.
Chili.
No, let
Chili,
me
he didn't
talk.
know,
Let
bro.
me talk, Lick the Boot. You didn't know? Lick the Boot didn't know? You didn't know that I'm suing him?
You didn't know? You didn't know? You didn't
Yeah,
know? Waldo?
obviously I knew you were suing him, but
Okay,
but
so
Chili.
why would you allow him to come on a
Chili.
panel that I'm on,
Alright.
dude? How'd you think
You're
it would end?
harassing me, Chili. Chili, you're harassing me.
You.
You're harassing
Boot
me.
didn't know,
Alright.
bro.
We're gonna shut you both
Boot
up. This
didn't
is,
know.
this is my channel, guys. Listen, okay? Chili, you need to understand, okay? Actually, look at my channel, okay? I've got 1,500 subs. You've got 45,000 subs.
I just
Now-
came here to talk law, bro.
Right, but listen,
You
every
brought a
time
piece
that
of
I do
shit
a
on
live
here that I'm
stream,
suing.
Chili, my live stream panel link is posted to every single show that I do. I
came
cannot
here to
help
talk
but that.
law. I don't like that you
And-
have a guy that says Chili's a grifter
You
on your
can't even
channel.
Chili.
let him
That's a
speak on his
trashy
own
thing for
channel.
Chili,
you to
you
do.
can't even let me finish
It's
my
a
fucking
trashy
sentence
thing.
on my
But
own
it's
channel,
trashy.
bro.
It's
I
not
would-
your channel. Shut up.
Dude, Chili, listen, bro.
Josh, you're so
Chili.
lucky, buddy.
Oh my
you're
God.
so
Shut up.
lucky. You're
That
lucky.
was an
kid.
implied
Chili,
physical
listen,
okay,
threat
buddy.
there you
right
go.
there.
There you go. Now he's making physical gestures that are threatening towards Josh Abrams 2 days before he is the plaintiff in a protective order application in Attleboro District Court, where he does not live.
He's
Chili
got
is
all
the
the maneuvers.
harasser.
Like, I
No,
feel
he's
like
a
when you
legal
stress
scholar.
test the situation, though, this is perfect. This is a good thing to show, for Josh to show the judge anyway. This is literally in real time, Chili seeking out Josh after he had already applied for an order. And in real time, it's showing that when in the confines of an online interaction, because that's all they're going to ever have, Josh lives in Massachusetts, as Chili says, in his mom's basement, right? Like he's probably not traveling all over the world right now, Chili, certainly not for you. And you are all the way in Denver, Iowa, fucking, not Ohio, but wherever the wind takes you, like you're not going to physically meet. So here you are showing in real time that Josh can contain himself during the only contact that you will feasibly ever have with this man, and you cannot. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of like when you were in front of the judge and they wrote in the order for the restraining order. It was a domestic violence restraining order, if you recall, Chili, that you couldn't even contain yourself and stop yourself from harassing the plaintiff while in the confines of the courtroom. So they did not trust you to contain yourself and refrain from harassing and abusing the plaintiff outside of the confines of a courthouse. It's sort of the same idea, right?
Oh, he said that
This is
didn't
good stuff.
exist. So
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
know.
have the papers.
I put a StreamYard link in every single one of my shows.
I've
Okay.
heard this, dude.
Usually, yeah, right. So you should know, okay?
Okay,
So if
right.
I've got
So
somebody
then how
over
did Josh get
today-
here the one time I come on your stream, how did Josh get here all of a sudden?
That's
There's
what I'm
20 people-
saying.
there
You
was
know what,
20
buddy?
people here.
I've been posting shows for the last.
There was 20 people here. I've never
3
come on your
months.
stream.
You
And
can't-
Christine Lovelace, does she come into your chat all the time? The hate troll? No, she doesn't, does she?
Steve the hate troll.
What a
Like the whole booth. How
psycho.
did Josh get here? Someone you text him and tell him I was on your show? I came to talk to you about the law.
No.
I was interested in the conversation.
Chili, if somebody, Chili, I am a small channel. I have 1,500
You
subs.
keep saying the same
I
thing.
pick-
I was interested in the conversation. If you want to part with Josh, I'll sit here and download my knowledge about the Constitution, how it works.
Why does it have
wanna
to
know
be?
it.
Why does there have to be terms on talking about the Constitution that have nothing to do with the Constitution?
I'll
Let's
tell you
stick
what,
to the
I don't
topic.
want
I mean, we're all
I
interested.
I don't associate with this piece of shit.
Well, then quit talking to him and let's talk about what we got going on.
Midwest, have you read about him? Have you read on Turtle Boy Sports?
I don't want. I do not want any.
There you go.
Ow, my ears.
Chili's amazing source of it. He's like, have you read on Turtle Boy Sports? Have you read on Turtle Boy Sports? Like, real reputable. We'll do that another time. We'll look up their trust and safety rating there, or what is it? Their media bias rating. Amazing what they gave to. I mean, third parties have decided that you can't rely on Turtle Boy Sports for information.
Be part of the drama. I am in this for change. I don't care about the drama. If I
Well,
wanted to
then get him
watch
off the
drama,
panel.
I'd turn on Days of Our Lives.
Get him off the panel.
I don't care about the fucking drama.
You want to?
Hey,
He was just
everyone.
talking stupid shit just now. He didn't know.
Hey,
That's why I came on Midwest. He was literally teaching you nothing. And
Nobody knew who it was when he came on.
Oh, this is
Everyone-
Nobody knows.
Right, so he faked it to get on the show. I
Hey,
would never
if
do
we're-
that. He came
if
on
we're
under
talking about
fraudulent means. Lick the
Hey,
whole
Chili,
booth.
let's have
Fraudulent pretense.
let's have an educated conversation since you are a constitutional law scholar. You wouldn't download information to anybody. You would upload.
It's only a matter of time before you relapse, Josh. It's only a matter of time.
what the fuck?
Regardless, that's all.
Okay, so yeah, so now
What a
he's
shitty
wishing
thing to say.
he's wishing a drug relapse against a guy because he gets triggered by what he says about him on the internet. So that's a healthy reaction. You're a good guy, Chili. You're really, but I'm getting the impression here. I don't know about the rest of you, but that Abrams is the one doing the harassing. Clearly, Abrams is the party that's malicious in all this, right?
Yeah, definitely freaking not. Chili is really
Right.
chasing his tail.
I mean, like you couldn't come off more belligerent, threatening, abusive, malignant if you tried than Chili's brief interaction, not just to Josh, but by extension to everybody else on this panel. Like he literally cannot control his vitriol; it just splashes out in every direction. But this is the guy who is repeatedly filing for orders of protection through the courts, right? And then using them as a threat, right? Like, so, like, Chili, like, generally speaking, if you go for a protective order, and Turtle Boy, you should hear this too. Anyone who thinks about this bullshit, like, if you need an order of protection, like, you should not be using that as a threat, It's not like,
Yep.
generally, it is protection from a threat. It should not then be turned around and used as a threat, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
or
not like an
some
Uno
sort of-
card. You can't
not
Uno
it's not an
reverse.
Uno
attack.
reverse.
It's supposed to be protection from an attack. Like if you're using it as a threat or an attack on somebody, then you're not using the courts properly, Chili. Just saying.
Whoa.
Can we
Josh
just
has
can we
threatened
just
my
get
life.
back on
Right?
can we just get back on subject? Can
No,
we just get back on subject?
You allowed him on your panel. Why? I was here to talk about the law.
He didn't.
Chili,
Chili,
came
he
on as a
didn't know
fraud.
it was
Chili,
him, bro.
Chili,
He came on as a
Chili,
fraud.
I
Chili.
You're
didn't
not
know
doing your
who it
ethics.
was.
Your
They came
ethics
on the
is
show
so-
with the name Surprise. There was
Thank
no
you.
name other than
Now that you know
Surprise.
he's a fraud and he just came in to disrupt your conversation, why don't you boot him and we'll talk about your topic?
There's somebody with the ability to exercise their First Amendment right too. That
Doesn't know
fucking goes
anything
against
about-
everything we're
I
doing.
teach constitutional law.
And
This
yeah,
young
he's
chap
hypocritical.
doesn't teach anything.
So let's talk about Constitution. Fuck this drama bullshit. Let's talk about Constitution. Drop it. Drop it.
Hold on, hold on.
Like, seriously,
And I will
fuck.
go on. If
Yeah,
you want to
Chili.
learn from me, there you go. Now, thank you. Okay, great.
Listen, Chili.
Oof.
Muted amateur.
Can you hear me?
Sure, and I can be quiet and listen. Go ahead.
Okay. You need to listen to me and understand this, okay? Because I'm going to say it one more time. What you need to understand is that I'm a smaller channel, Chili. I've got 1,500 subs. I
Right.
usually have, right now, I have 34 people in my chat room. I usually have, if I'm lucky, half of that.
Right.
So
I'm
because
here.
I am a smaller channel,
Right.
when I do a
Right,
show,
I'm here.
I post a StreamYard link to my chat every single show. If you
Sure.
don't believe me,
He's not even
go
listening.
look back at every other single.
No, he has no idea what this means either. What this guy is trying to say is, look, it's a pretty controlled audience here. I feel comfortable putting the link up. Anyone can come up. I've always done that. And Josh clicked the link. That's all he's trying to explain. And Chili cannot handle this. Cannot handle this at all. And Chili is free to leave at any point. That's just like, he seems to, miss that. But
He
if you're
needed a safe
unhappy with,
space.
right. If you're unhappy with the room, fucking get up and walk away, Chili. That's what you do.
Single show that I've ever posted that is still public. And you will see this is true by going through my live chat, okay?
I believe you did.
Listen, okay?
I came here. I subscribed to your channel just so you know. After I unblocked
Chili.
everybody, when I was unblocking everybody,
Chili.
I subscribed to your channel because I was like, you know what? He never did anything wrong, and like
Chili can't even process.
I unblocked you, bro.
Right? He's like, do you want to know the story of how I ended up here today? And this guy's like, that's not. Look at his fucking face. That's the
Nobody
perfect
cares.
story. He's like, you're not listening to. It's like talking to a toddler. You know what I mean? Like
Toddlers are more
absolutely
receptive.
ridiculous.
My God.
I expect him at any minute to go off and spin off onto a diatribe about why wagon wheel pasta is better than macaroni. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't ask, but you're gonna fucking tell me anyway, Chili, aren't you? Jesus Christ!
I didn't.
this is
I didn't-
crazy. This
I
culture is
didn't.
crazy.
We had a
And so-
miscommunication, Chili. I agree.
So
Listen to
I
me.
watched a few of your videos and I liked your content. That's why
Yeah,
I
because
subscribed.
Chili, we're on the same page, okay? We might go about things differently, but in the end, we're on the same page, okay?
For change.
What I need you to understand, Chili, is that
Like
I
a
cannot
tit-
help
like a
it.
top.
Number one, okay? I wasn't expecting for you to come on here tonight.
He's-
Without a
he's
doubt,
Right.
throwing
I
his
had no
hands
clue
around.
that was going to happen, okay? Now, is it so crazy to think that on the one night that you come on my channel, that someone you're feuding with saw that and then hopped into the channel with a different username?
Right. You got hijacked by that guy. I understand that. I'm sorry for saying that it was you. I apologize.
But
I
that's
thought that you texted him because he's got a bunch of these people who are loyal to him, but they don't really know anything about his history. So I don't want to talk about him, though. I understand.
Everything's
I don't want to sit here and talk about
conspiracy.
somebody else. I want to talk about you and I want to talk about your case, dude. I saw that. So let me tell you my perspective.
So
Back on the grift.
just for some backstory here. This is a small channel, right? What has happened is and I only caught the tail end of this. So essentially they had some sort of degree of victory over a judge and it sounds like a judicial order regarding filming in the courthouse, right? So I shouldn't say minor victory. It was a victory, whatever. Whatever you want to go. So, they're gassed up about it. Probably more impact than Chili will ever have on anything his entire life. Unless you count like the psyches of childhood cancer patients, that might be pretty impactful, or the outrage in the Black community on TikTok. That's another thing that he's done. But so Chili catches wind of this, and that's the real reason that why he's on this small channel trying to get up on their panels and talk to them, right? This is Chili's idea of networking. they've already done the legwork. They've accomplished something that they can say, look, I disagreed with a court order or decision and I overturned it, which is more than Chili will ever be able to say. He can't say that right now. So he's trying to attach to it. When he tries to attach to it, he of course stumbles onto a channel that Josh Abrams is familiar with and has been following this. I believe that James Freeman actually shared one of their videos pertaining to this as well. So already right off the bat, he's trying to like encroach on a topic in a relationship that two of his sworn mortal enemies have already dipped their hands into, because Chili is absolutely incapable of an original thought or, you know, original accomplishment in his entire life. He can't do that. He's a coattail rider. That's in most of the time the coattails that he decides he's gonna, you know, hang on to, like Christy Roan or Deborah Rogers, are kind of duds. They're like non-ish, like nothing's gonna really come of that, because there is nothing to come of it. Like, you know, pretty cut and dry shit. So he sees something that he thinks he can attach to, and instead of being able to attach to this, which I'm sure that this guy who's, what do you say, he had 1,500 subscribers. Realistically, he would have probably appreciate the support of a channel the size of what Chili's channel looks like it is anyway, right? But within moments of actually interacting with Chili, as you can clearly see by his body language, he has noped the fuck out and decided that Chili's subscriber count is simply not worth Chili. So this is another, you know, slight opportunity that Chili may or may not have had, that he absolutely ruins himself just by opening his fucking mouth. So it's really good that he's suing other people for defamation, though. It makes a lot of sense. Literally, like, this is from start to finish. Not only is it him harassing and trying to intimidate and insulting and being fucking malicious towards someone that he is currently litigating, he you know, turns around and just acts like a complete infant and pisses everybody off too. People that otherwise would probably appreciate somebody with that level of at least perceived social media power, you know, paying them a visit and listening to their story. But Chili can't even do that right. Can't do anything right.
So everybody here knows what happened here, because this was a big clusterfuck. I clicked live on my thing, and all the people who I subscribed to that were live popped up. And then I came onto your live, and you guys were talking about real substance about filming outside the courtroom being unconstitutional. And I was like, I'm super interested in that. And so I watched for a few minutes before, and then I said, hey, what's this about? You know, I didn't quite understand what you guys were talking about. I didn't know you guys had already gone through the process and had the order of the judge rescinded. But that's where I became like really interested. And I was like, wow, I really want to, you know, and also we hadn't reacclimated, because like I had to block like 1,300, 1,400, and I unblocked everybody. And I always unblock everybody because I don't want to block anybody. But you can see it. Look how many, you know, your chat is double the size. And most of those are people who just want to hunt me down and say awful things to me. So when Josh showed up, I thought that you had texted him, you know, you were some sort of Josh loyalist. And so I went off on you in your chat, and I'm sorry, I didn't know that. So you were caught off guard too. And then he came in with surprise. So you didn't know. Okay. So you didn't know when he started saying, wah, wah, wah. You were like, what the fuck? So it caught you off guard, right? Because I listened to it back.
It looks like he wants to unalive himself.
I had to jump in when I heard.
Yeah, it's bad.
So then I heard the other person start to say a bunch of things like, well, if it's written down on a piece of paper, that doesn't really make it constitutional. And it's just like, you can sound good, but you don't really have any basis of understanding the law. And so there's a lot of people on YouTube who do it too. And I wasn't kidding earlier when I said there's.
Oh my God, shut up, Chili.
Confession through projection. This man has absolutely no legal expertise or real knowledge whatsoever. This has been confirmed way all over the map by actual attorneys on YouTube on like a daily basis. Like, it's just comical. And he's like, there's a lot of people on YouTube that pretend that, you know what they're talking about the law when they don't. Like, that is literally you, Chili. Literally you. But yeah, it's everybody else ruining his reputation.
Frauditors on our side. Lots of people who just pick up a camera and start recording because they can make money. And if they antagonize the cops or the officials enough, then they're going to get a good following on their channel. So lots of people who don't really care about, like, so the reason I came into your chat is because I deeply care about getting a case against the courts and taking away Tenney versus Brandoff. So when I first heard your thing, I was like, you know, that is a case about, look how many people are watching your live now. And it'll just continue to grow. I'll get 500, 600.
No, it won't. No,
No.
it won't.
Hundreds of people will come.
He can't
And
get more than
Let
300
me
on
just
his
tell you
own.
something,
Nope.
brother. I don't understand it. I don't. Just so you know.
You sure
And
don't.
everybody will ask you, no, why
don't?
hundreds of, no, I don't.
You're muted, Kate.
Oh, let him keep
Sorry, I
going.
keep having like coughing fits from being sick, and I'm trying not to be rude and like hack up a lung on live stream. No, this is just delusional, right?
Yeah,
insane.
he's pitching right now. He's making a sales pitch.
Oh, I was gonna say
Yeah.
he seems like a catcher, but
No, actually, I took
Well,
it.
he's
as
playing
just-
both sides. I mean,
No, that's a
here's the thing, though.
That's a
He
really
said the
good,
term frauditor to this guy, and that didn't inspire any empathy between them.
well, no, that was actually a really good point that you made. Like, because you can look at it both ways. I obviously was looking at it like, holy shit, the level of delusion in this man, right?
Yeah,
But
like he was already
the
turned
adverse-
off, and then that.
Yeah, but I think you may be right. Like, rather, like maybe this isn't delusion as much as it is. Yeah, he's trying to get his claws in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because this kid's already said numerous times, I only have 1,500 subscribers, which I'm sure Chili sort of kind of heard, but probably didn't hear what he was actually trying to say. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He's at the bottom
now
of the
he's-
barrel.
Yeah, just like the whole Coded Friends, where he gets all these aspiring social media personalities and actresses, under obviously the promise of some sort of fame, and a television show that never came to be. Yeah, he's identified what he believes is a need or want for this kid. Now he's trying to fill it. That's a good point.
I don't understand it.
You don't understand what?
Your chat will just grow and grow and grow the longer I sit here and talk.
no, it won't.
And I don't understand that. I'm
Well-
just a person. I'm just a human being, dude.
Isn't
I
that
didn't ask for this.
is
I
that
wanna
good for
change-
you?
Kind of. It's also scary because there's a bunch of people like the guy who was on here earlier who literally just will make up things about me. I'm not suing Josh over free speech. I love free speech. I'm suing Josh for making up lies, saying like that I created powder puff screens and I kicked someone out of their house and the guy had to come home and kick me out with drug paraphernalia.
Haven't we
Just
proven all of that
pure,
though? Or some of
unadulterated,
that?
complete and utter
Not all of
lie.
it, but
And he defamed my character with
not all of it. But I mean, as far as like what he's referring to as powder puff screens, I don't even know what the fuck that means really. But I mean, yeah,
No
he literally
idea.
was like, I never did that. I was never showing screens, and we just pulled up the live stream, and there he was showing screens that were supposed to be from this app that doesn't fucking exist. It's still to this day, he's shown absolutely no evidence that it exists.
He's
and-
fascinating.
and James Freeman did too, to be honest. I haven't sued James Freeman yet. I have said I'm going to. I would like to close the gap with Freeman moreover. And Dale too. I don't want to have to sue those guys, but they have to retract what they said about me. It hurt my brand. And look what it's done to the community, Lick the Boot. You know how polarizing my name is. Come on, dude. I don't hate James Freeman or
Don't you
hate
know I'm
that.
important, bruh?
They literally said things that were absolutely fundamentally false. I've never
big
battered a
Lord.
woman ever. I've never beat a woman.
Yes.
And those things were said about me, dude. I've never had a Ponzi scheme. I've never cheated anybody out of a bunch of money. I haven't done anything wrong to anybody as far as creating something that I feel like I need to go back and say, I'm so sorry for doing this to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know
What?
people who have
I know some shit you
I
should
know
apologize for, bro.
Legends, bro.
pays a debt to him constantly. But I haven't done anything.
No, but listen to his sort of like qualifying statement to that he feels like he should apologize for. Like, as we're about to see in the next video, he doesn't feel like he needs to apologize for very much because it's never his fault.
Thing like that. So for that guy to come up here and the guy also said that, here's what he said that really was just such a lie and goes against everything the First Amendment stands for. He said that he put up a video that he edited just perfect so it would make me look bad. And then he said, when he took the video down, he said that I said to him, if you don't take it down, I'm going to tell your PO officer you were doing drugs on Massachusetts
Wasn't it
Boulevard.
said in text
Now, Lick
message?
the Boot, from what you know of me,
So
could you even imagine me doing that? You don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of any
Yeah.
text message. I don't know if it was. I know that I was told that the probation officer was actually called by Chili. I believe at some point he acknowledges that he did that. Either way, there's obviously going to be record of that via the probation officer that he called. I mean, according to Abrams anyway, I don't see why Abrams would lie about this. I mean, that's pretty simple right there. It's stuff that Chili isn't thinking about. He's thinking about the 45 sworn statements he's going to get from people. And we've already seen, and heard
The
taped
caliber.
phone calls. Right. But I'm just saying, like, proof positive. We've heard phone calls where he bullies and tries to extort and, I say extort loosely, but, pretty much cajole and pressure and tell people what to say. So we know that he does that. We've already seen that he does that. So I don't really take the sworn statements very seriously, but he seems to overlook while he's, putting all of his eggs in the sworn statement basket that, like, other people, like, for instance, his stunt at the courthouse with me. It was on film. There were witnesses. He threatened me in the presence of a court officer and my attorney in open court. That's on the record. They were thrown out of a courtroom 4 times while I was there because they kept accosting me. That's on the record. They waited for me outside, right? So, like, and there was a long time between when that case concluded and when I actually left the courtroom with my attorney, probably 15 to 20 minutes. And he and his friend waited outside the entire time and then accosted me in the parking lot. There were witnesses to that. My attorney witnessed that. There's a videotape of it, not only his, but there's other videos as well showing him and his friend following me to my car, right? He then turned around and went back and harassed my lawyer and called her a whore in the presence of another attorney, right? Like, so I don't understand why he thinks that, his 85 sworn statements, that can easily be questioned, if not impeached, if not thrown out for, relevance, to the, handful of, credible witnesses that we have, right, that are directly related to what he's doing in relation to me. Like, it was him. Can't blame it on anyone else.
Yeah, he's just got random people.
He's gonna blame it on his Patricia.
Yeah.
But could you even picture it? And so I'm suing him for saying those things, and I have a video that disputes what he said. So that's what's going on, and so that's why I'm upset. I didn't want this chasm in the community, but your case, the court case, goes directly back to the rule of law and how I'm not a statist, but I am for a government. Your case, the exact case that I came on your stream to talk about, actually pertains to me and people calling me a statist. When you say the First Amendment you're talking about that you love so much is based on the rule of law. What does the rule of law come from? The Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So when you say freedom of speech, you're literally saying, I stand on Madison versus Marbury, 1803. I stand on it. And I say that I have a right to free speech by John Locke's theory of natural law that was then written into our Constitution. So when you say free speech, you're actually saying rule of law, because
right, and you're actually, and if that fails, just get a restraining order, right? Because
if that fails, just lie in court if the law doesn't work for you.
Right, and he's going to force the courts to overreach and shut down my entire YouTube channel because he doesn't like the things I'm saying.
And he force medication on you, I guess. That's the new one.
I mean, if he's saying that freedom of speech is fundamentally rule of law and he purports to be a proponent and a believer and his mission is rule of law, then dude, you just failed your own mission. I don't know what to tell you.
Because in Marbury versus Madison, I was trying to explain to your friend, Midwest, anything created after the Bill of Rights is inserted, even before then, the Judiciary Act of 1789 is distributed. The Judiciary Act.
This is what happens when crazy people get Google.
Launches the Secretary of State, the Attorney General. And what that does, when the Attorney General is launched, at that time in 1789, a guy named Ellsworth, who is a Supreme Court Justice,
Dude, what the
he
fuck
writes the Judiciary Act, and he puts in there the change that you can file a writ of mandamus with the Supreme Court.
This dude's gone. He's so done.
Mentally left.
This is a very important, tiny, slippery slope that every single person who loves the First Amendment has got to hear.
I mean, more slippery than trying to get tyrannical court orders to force your critics to stop talking about you, Chili? Does it
force you off the internet and make not so veiled threats?
Right.
Your case hinges on the Judiciary Act being ruled unconstitutional. That's from 1789. From Ellsworth writing the Judiciary Act, that was repugnant to the 1788 Constitution, which creates the rule of law, the standard that the Constitution is the rule of law and nothing can go above it. That's the supremacy clause. That the Constitution is the actual rule of law. And that's what I was trying to talk to your friend about. You know, that's what I was trying to say. So,
Right.
so that's the most important part. Is you can compare and contrast Marbury versus Madison in the stare decisis and question the.
Yeah, Dog Detective, the more I listen and the more I think you're right. He's sensing a lawsuit and he's trying to get his claws in right now.
Oof.
I just love that he's trying to recruit small channels because no one else will listen to him.
He's going wherever he thinks the next lawsuit is going to be, because then he's going to have a legal partner, and his legal partner is really going to be helping.
No, then he can say, "Oh, my friend changed this law. Like, we're doing things."
No, he wants to be involved in it. He wants his name on it. I'm sure he wants to benefit from it. I'm sure he wants to raise money for this guy. Like,
judgment of the Supreme Court in 1951, and say
Right.
that their holding of giving judges qualified immunity was improper, and only based on a simple idea of, well, historically they did it. And if you study Tenney versus Brandoff, as I did, but when I hear someone get up there and
Study,
not
aka
understand,
Google.
he doesn't even know who Ellsworth is, who wrote the Judiciary Act of 1789. Doesn't even understand what the rule of law means. And so I heard this guy bloviating, trying to sound smart or important.
Says the
And he
master
sounded so
bloviator.
dull. He was
Right.
just spitting stupid things up. But you have to challenge the case law of Tenney versus Brandoff, which is based on the Tenney Commission, which is going to be formulated in 1949 or 1950. The Tenney Commission is led by, I forget his first name, obviously his last name is Tenney, and he creates this commission to just root out anything un-American. And then
He repeats himself while he
one of the
thinks
guys
next
ends
lie.
up quitting the committee because he feels as though he's doing something that's tyrannical.
Right.
And there's a whole process. So
Here's the
it
thing.
pisses me off.
And I get it pisses you off, man. But so here's the thing, though. Okay, me and you both, we believe in the First Amendment of the Constitution, right?
Which comes from what?
The Constitution.
You believe in the First Amendment. But when you say you believe in the First Amendment, what upholds the First Amendment? What upholds it?
so he's talking about the Tenney Committee. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point out how wrong Chili is in his characterization of this whole thing. So this time I just kind of looked up. There is no Tenney Commission, right? There's no Tenney Commission. There is a Tenney Committee, which was essentially created by Jack V. Tenney to root out what the anti-American sentiments, generally the Japanese, during World War II. He did not get so disgusted that he stepped down. In 1949, he was removed as head of the committee, and then he stepped down to run unsuccessfully for the Senate. So right off the bat here, we're really mischaracterizing what happened. That's not how it happened at all. This guy was definitely in the wrong, but didn't come to the self-realization of that, was forcibly removed, and then, went on to unsuccessfully pursue political ambitions, presumably.
Oh my God, it's Chili.
That's
Right.
what
So
he has
again,
to look forward to.
Chili is bloviating. I hate to use that word again, but that's literally what he's doing right now. He's just throwing out some names, some general facts that are, largely inaccurate, and some dates that are also largely inaccurate. We're looking at a committee, not a commission, but a committee that existed from 1941 to 1949, not, was established in 1950, as he says that it was, although, he's in the right decade, so more or less. So good for you, buddy, on that one. And then he has the gall to go ahead and, point out that he feels that Josh Abrams is bloviating.
The Constitution?
The rule of law.
Right, which would be
Right.
Dude,
Okay,
he's
the
just trying to talk about the
Constitution,
First Amendment.
the-
Chili's like,
You would
do
have
you
to-
know where it comes from?
I hate to stress it too much because I know that it upsets Chili, and that's the last thing in the world that I want to do, lovely guy that he is. But this is like every conversation with a cokehead that anyone's ever had right here. Just the same mannerism. Like, he's going a mile a minute and you're just sitting there like,
Please
I'll parrot
stop.
one word back to you. I have no idea what you're talking about. But Chili thinks that he's the only person in this conversation that makes sense. Clearly.
adhere to the rules that are listed in the Constitution. So that means if you're for the First Amendment, then you are for the rule of law. You are for a government apparatus.
Right. So what's the 5
Right.
elements of the First Amendment, Chili?
I use the term RAPS, RAPPS. And then
Yeah, I
that's
think it's
easy
very good. Yeah, I think that's a very good way of remembering that. But go ahead.
Exactly.
Right. And
Well,
go through it,
It's
though.
like talking to a
Religion,
toddler.
assembly,
Right.
speech, petition, press. So
Right. So one of those is speech, right?
right.
Okay, so what I'm asking is that during this stream on this very small channel, okay, this small channel that has 1,500 subs, not 45,000 like yours or 80,000 like Josh's or 300,000 like James Freeman or
Your stream will, your
500,000.
video will be seen by thousands of people.
Right. But this is what I'm trying to say, Chili, is what I'm asking you, friend to friend, okay?
So cringe.
Is
Are we
can
friends?
you
I
respect?
mean,
I mean,
true now.
you're on my panel, right? I'm letting you. Speak
I
your
just
piece.
wouldn't let anybody come on a panel that said "lick the whole boot sucks" and put them and allow that. I would tell them that there's a certain standard you have to have when we're going to be cordial in a community to talk. I would
You
say
don't
if you
let
have
anyone
"lick the
else
whole boot
talk,
sucks"
though.
then I would say, I'm sorry, as much as I respect your free speech, I'm trying to have a community conversation. And that was the other talk, was about community. So
Right,
if
but-
community wouldn't allow someone to write something like that and then openly accept them into the queue, it'd be inappropriate in a good community.
Well,
I wouldn't
see,
you wouldn't wear a shirt that says I'm a pedophile on it and walk around your community, would you?
Well, obviously, I would
What?
not, willingly
What?
wear a shirt that says
Right.
that. But
So then
Right, because Josh Abrams, first of all, Josh Abrams came up under the name Surprise and then changed it later to, I believe it was GHB Chili. Now, I don't know why that offends Chili, because he's openly said that GHB is good for you and really espoused the benefits of GHB, the date rape drug. Sue the DEA, not me for that one. But yeah, so I don't understand why that triggered him so much, but it did. And then he changed it later to Chili is a grifter, but he came up as Surprise. And Chili is a grifter is a far cry from I'm a pedophile. Just, I don't know who needs to hear that today.
Why does he always go to
But-
pedo?
Right? It's
I-
the furthest he can go.
I don't want to even speculate because I don't want to go to that dark road. You know what I mean? Of what that could possibly
you wouldn't
be.
allow someone on the panel that says "lick the boots" a pedophile. Would
who
you?
has said that?
But so then you wouldn't allow someone to come on the panel and say "lick the boot deals drugs."
If they did, I would leave the comment there. Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't allow that on my community panel to have a discussion about someone's case law.
Can't get
I
caught.
wouldn't
Well-
allow that. I would say that's trashy. Like, leave your personal beefs to the side.
So the way I look at
Whoa,
Chili is that
bro.
you got to understand, man, it's the internet, right?
All
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
is personal beefs.
Chili, the man who wished bone cancer upon thousands of children that he's never met. Definitely the vestige of class and deportment here. Like, definitely. He's like, I wouldn't allow somebody to say Chili is a grifter. That's trashy. I hope your kids get bone cancer. Burn in hell.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's
job.
announcing that from some rundown fucking shit shack that he's squatting at until his time's up and he has to leave again because he has no permanent address. Let's talk about trashy. Yeah.
What's his
You're going to have a
mission?
bunch of trolls. You're going to have a bunch of people who disagree with you, right?
Sure, I agree with that. Yeah.
Right. So
People
here's
can
the
make
thing,
fun
man.
of you, do all kinds of things. I agree with all that.
Right. So here's the thing, Chili. I really like your content, man. But the one thing that I think you have an
Why?
issue with is that you can't deal with the trolls. Okay. You got to realize that the trolls are trolls for a reason. Okay.
Okay, sure.
And look, man, I think that you waste a lot of time paying attention to those trolls when you could spend that time doing more productive stuff towards what your mission is. Like, as you stated before, you've got a purpose, right? So,
Sure.
right. So why do you waste so much of that energy towards these people who have nothing to offer you? Why don't you take
Okay.
that energy and put it towards something more positive?
Cool. Well, let me answer the question for you. When I got to Denver, there was dog shit on my doorstep. With a
All
note
right,
that
so
said,
in other
"Tail
words-
What the
wins."
fuck?
He's gonna not answer it at all. He's like, oh my god. So he is now spitting the story, and that we are supposed to believe that upon his arrival in Denver, which is, how far is that from me? Okay.
Pretty fucking far.
Right? Seriously
Oh.
far.
It is. Hold on. 1,959 miles away from me. So somehow from 1,954 miles away, I snuck over to wherever he was staying in Denver. I honestly don't fucking know. I haven't been keeping up on it. I know that I could go back and probably figure it out if it hasn't been figured out already, because he broadcasts where he is all the time. But I don't know where he is. I found it. I showed up there. I put dog shit on his door. Where I got it from, I don't know. And left a sign that said "Kate always wins" and ran away. Or I paid one of my many Russian operatives to do this. Or
I vote Russian ops.
Yeah. I believe there's two likely scenarios here. Number one, and my strongest feeling is that it never fucking happened. That is like my number one hypothesis. My number two hypothesis is that he allows Charlie to wander around everywhere without a leash, just shitting everywhere. I've never seen the man pick it up. And perhaps after a day or two of this, the people living around wherever he was staying got pissed off, picked up the dog shit, and put it on his fucking door as a message to be like, clean up your fucking dog shit.
No, it was a mafia thing. It's like leaving
Yeah.
a fucking animal.
Yeah, like the Kate always wins sign, hands down. I'm calling it right now. I would bet $2,000 never fucking happened. The only person that would put that sign there is Chili DeCastro himself.
That would be hilarious.
I could see him doing it vindictively because he's using the idea of this protective order as a threat, and it's going to take down my channel, and he's going to get me this time, and I better feel lucky that there's rule of law, or he'd beat the shit out of me again.
And we know that
When
he loves
I-
making posters.
Right. But yeah, I mean, this is absolute fucking fantasy that he's creating. I don't believe it at all. And again, if there was dog shit left on his door, which I'm going to give it like a 10% chance just because crazier things have happened. Like he owns a dog that presumably shits, hopefully outside. And he has never been seen on camera picking it up. He's been seen drinking water, smoking weed, driving, sometimes doing all of them at the same time while reading his chat. But he's been seen doing a lot of things, going to Home Depot. He streams trips to fucking Home Depot, walks around town harassing young women, being creepy, but he doesn't ever show himself cleaning up dog shit because I'm fairly certain that he doesn't do it at all.
He got Amber Hearded.
Yeah.
When I went to New Hampshire, I hung out with my friend Zane. And then because I broadcast, I was in New Hampshire with my friend Zane, they then doxed him. And then it gets a lot worse because then after that, they went after his employers to try to scare
Never
them
happened.
that I was there. And so they fired Zane.
Yeah, I'm going to presume that if they did in fact fire Zane, which is like doubtful, that it was probably because they didn't appreciate the immense amount of attention that Chili get. At one point, he was in these people's condo, and he was like panning around the room, going from outside to inside, streaming the whole way. Like, what a gross invasion of privacy, particularly in such an expensive place to live, right? Like, most people do not want their private homes blasted all over the internet. Most people would feel very uncomfortable if that happens. Like, and it's not a secret. It's not a fucking secret, Chili, because you're broadcasting it for everyone. You're broadcasting it for not tens of thousands, like you like to say, but at least 1,000 people who don't fucking like you. Like, what do you think is going to happen?
And then when I was doing something, when I was in Boston last time, Kate caused a physical interaction with me that you can argue it either way,
What?
but it became physical where we were so close I had to push her away from me, and I did push her away from me.
So that's him half admitting
No.
now. Right. Now he's just trying to spin it again. Again, like if you go back to that video, at no point did I make physical contact with Chili. You can hear me protesting several times. Why are you so close to me? At one point, a complete third-party police officer, got nothing to do with the whole situation, turns to Chili and says, I just watched you back up into her on purpose, right? Josh Abrams has watched the whole thing. He and I are not historically the greatest of allies. He confirms, as well as that you can hear people in the background, random people being like, you just did that to her, right? Like, absolutely. But at least he's coming to terms a little bit. He's going, well, I guess you could put it either way. No, Chili, you can't. It was you. Like, you're just really stuck with the fact that there's so much fucking video evidence.
It's not battering a woman that's pushing someone away from you who drove across town white knuckled on
You
a Discord
elbowed her
account called
titty.
Chili Watch. That's
Right.
not free speech. That's stalking.
It is though. No.
And
it's
then
not.
when I went to a coffee
it's
shop in
not.
Oklahoma, this kind of cool little coffee shop, they mass called the coffee shop 30 times in 20 minutes.
No, they didn't.
I was-
And this guy doesn't care. Look, he's not even fucking looking. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know if they did or didn't. Again, like, you know, you have put yourself out on the internet and become such an unlikable cockbag that even licked the whole boot, which seems like a really nice guy. He's really trying to engage with Chili. He's being very patient. Like, I don't think he's a terrible person, as Chili would characterize most of his critics, but he can't even fucking stand him. Clearly, like, look at it. Like, he doesn't even want to talk to this guy right now. Like, you're so unlikable, but you put yourself out there and then you broadcast where you are. Like, again, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? There's a reason why I don't, live stream my location all the time and broadcast where I am. Like, it's just fucking common sense, Chili.
I was just trying to have a coffee and talk to people on live stream.
Nobody wants to talk to
It's
you.
not free speech.
On a live
It's
stream, there you
harassment.
go.
It's not free speech to say that someone is a rapist. It's not free speech to call me a cokehead. It's not free speech to say that I have Ponzi schemes. That's not free speech. It's not free speech to track me.
Nobody's
It's not
tracking
free
you,
speech
Chili.
to contact Airbnb and tell them that I have a gun and I'm dangerous and to get me kicked out of my Airbnb. It's not free speech to contact.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do have a gun.
Which part was false?
Right. By all appearances, with your erratic behavior and threatening statements and threatening gestures towards people, like, it would be fair to surmise that you may or may not be dangerous. So if people, call anywhere and say that you have a gun and you're dangerous, like, they're not lying. And again, don't broadcast where you are. Like, Jesus Christ, nobody can make these be like his whole hypothesis, because he hates me, right? That parade thing was really just like the worst thing to ever happen to his channel, because it showed who he is so decisively and so quickly, right? But he wants to blame me for everything, and he's completely oblivious. I can't make these people do these things that you claim are happening. I don't know if they are or aren't. Some I'm aware of. A lot of them I think you're just making up. Let's just be real. But I can't make these people do that. I'm not asking them to do it. You'll never find anywhere that I actively tell people don't engage. Like, keep your arms and legs inside of the vehicle on the safari. Don't tap the glass. Don't fucking feed the animals. Don't interact with fucking Chili DeCastro. That's what I tell people, but they're going to do what they're going to do because they're all, independent thinkers. They're adults. They're autonomous from me. I can't tell people what to do or what not to do. Chili, on the other hand, could control this whole situation by doing very simple things like not broadcast his location 24/7 or be more likable. That would be a good start. I mean, he really, he needs to familiarize himself with the story of Ice Poseidon, right? Like, this shit happens all the time. This is what happens when you're a douche and you film your whole life. This is your police state, Chili. Welcome to it. This is what you have brought upon yourself is your mission.
The fight gym that I go to and overwhelm them and have them cancel my fight camp.
So look, Chili, man.
No, you didn't listen. You said you put your hands over your face. You said, no, look, man, make it you. You go to your gym. Say you go to your dentist and you take a picture of your dentist, what he does in your teeth. You want to post that on Instagram, right? And say, I love my dentist, Dr. Johnson, and here's his office, right? That's what you want to do, right? Right? I can't do that. They'll call my dentist office and say what a scumbag
Why would
I am.
you do that?
That's not free speech. That's harassment.
Right, but you have to understand, Chili, that you've put yourself in a certain light, right? You have to
I don't. No, I don't have to understand that. It's violating my rights. And if you violate my rights, I'll sue you. I'll sue every person who violates my rights that causes me damages. It's not that simple. The reason why you accept the status quo as it is, sir, is because nobody's done something about it. Now, there's going to be a bunch of trolls who make videos about me and say that they're for free speech, which means they're for rule of law, right? But the people who hurt me, that have caused me damages, are the people that I'm going to hold liable for their violating my rights that you say that you're for. I don't have to tolerate it. You do, because you can't sue them. This is a bullshit culture. We're going to set the trend for what defamation lawsuits are. You don't understand. I'm not stopping with these two.
Yep.
You cannot track someone across the country and say, hey, look, you got to understand. No, I'm out. I'm going to leave if you bring anybody else on, dude. Midwest Accounting is, nope, I'm gone. Later, dude.
Chili.
You get rid of it.
Dude.
You're not going to hijack me again. I'm not going to listen to that
So
shit.
alpha
If
dog.
Accountability wants to talk about something, I'll listen
Chili.
to Midwest Accountability.
Listen,
I'm not going to be
Chili.
hijacked here.
Chili, no one's trying to hijack you.
You're part of the 1A community. You should hear what I'm saying.
Chili,
Calm down, American Airlines. Nobody's trying to hijack you. Oh my, you're trying to hijack me. I hope he says that in court. Do I hope this man tried to hijack me?
asked you 3 different times if you would put aside your personal beef to.
I didn't have one in here.
Yes, you did with Josh, right?
I didn't ask to be on a panel with him. I came here to talk to Midwest about his case. I literally was only talking case law. Watch your video back.
Chili, I asked you to come on the stream, right?
I'm here now, aren't I? I haven't left. If you bring
came on
people on
the
the
stream
stream,
earlier.
I will leave. I don't want to be attacked by random people on Sunday night.
Chili, nobody's trying to attack you. All I'm
just
trying to
heard
say,
it. Holy Sunday
Chili,
Eve.
we both stand for the First Amendment, right?
But I don't stand for being attacked when I'm trying to talk about the law. Trying to talk about his case.
So, all right, let's talk about the law, then. Let's get rid of everything else.
Yeah, that's all I came to talk about.
Let's talk about the law. Let's get rid of the hangups that on anything else they have. Let's talk about what I think could be a landmark case.
Yeah, it could be a landmark case. I'm gonna go, dude. I'm not gonna have you bring people in. Listen, I don't want to be mocked as I'm on a live, dude.
What was his name?
Chili.
He doesn't want to be mocked.
You can bring him on when I'm not here. There's
Chili.
different time.
Chili, you can't sit there and talk to
Chili's
Midwest while
deflated
AFA
ego.
remains silent.
I'm not gonna have
Come on,
him
Chili,
defame me
be an
as
adult.
That's
Chili, he's not saying anything. He's
that's-
not saying
You're not
anything.
being an adult. He has.
He thinks that calling yourself Chili's deflated ego is defamation now. He's like, you're not gonna defame me like that. Like, I don't know.
But
Look
no
cool.
ego there.
So fragile.
Stupid moniker up, and you're allowing it, and I'm not gonna stay here.
Yeah, I'm
appreciate you
allowing
having
it
me,
because
dude.
it's my channel,
Yeah,
Chili.
okay.
Like,
Okay,
why are you
then,
getting
then,
tyrant,
and I
bro?
choose not to participate.
But nobody's
so
saying
Midwest
anything about
accountability,
you.
Midwest can email me
AFA is literally not saying anything about you
Midwest
right now at all, Chili. He's silent, and you're saying you're gonna just go.
Talk to me privately, okay? But I'm not gonna be. I won't be on a panel with
Midwest,
someone
don't talk to
who
him
attempted
privately.
to rape their girlfriend. You can read about it.
Can we let's not do that. Let's talk about what's going on. Wow,
Wow,
that's fucking pathetic, dude. Like,
Yeah.
That was Chili's rage quit. So I don't think Midwest is gonna be talking to you privately. He called you fucking pathetic, Chili. Just for anyone keeping score at home.
That was fucking pathetic.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with it all. I'm just saying that usually, you're not going to hire the pathetic fake lawyer to handle your civil case. Just saying.
I'm a terrible
you want
rage
it?
quit.
You want to hear his fucking apology?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
yes. It's deliciously awful.
All right, this is a 7-minute clip. I'm gonna
I
try to
haven't
get
seen
through
it
all
yet.
of it. We'll try to listen to the whole thing without interjecting. I can't promise.
That is the
what's
whole
gonna
thing, I
happen.
think.
It is. It's 7 minutes. It's 7
Yeah. So the amount of time he spent being angry versus how long his apology is.
Well, from start to finish, this is just fantastic. So, the title of this video is "I'm sorry I said mean things and why that happened."
A non-apology.
This is
Yeah,
this
no
is for the
apology.
Cancer Kids comment.
This is for the So I'm sorry I said mean things and why that happened, which is like sort of.
An
It sounds
abuser
like
apology.
no. Well, I mean, just the title alone. I noticed there's the complete lack of punctuation. It sounds to me like it reads like a third grader's disciplinary essay. You know what I mean? Like when you put the kid
Write
in
100
detention-
words.
Right, and tell me what you did wrong. This is exactly what a third grader. I'm sorry I said mean things and why that happened by Chilito de Castro. So let's listen to his disciplinary verbal essay.
The YouTube, what is going on out there in the land of YouTube? So I will make this will be a pretty quick live. This should be pretty quick. And I'll kind of lay out some things here just super duper fast because, this channel over the next couple days, this channel will kind of start to fall dormant because I'm going to be so busy doing other things. So I won't be able to come on this backup channel and talk about ridiculously childish and stupid things. But I do want to address something. The other day I said that I hope that, these people get cancer, their kids get cancer, and I didn't mean it. I was mad and I was upset and I was blistering. I'm sorry mostly that someone has driven me to hate them. I'm sorry that someone has stalked me at every location that I go to. I'm sorry that I have to hide my location because people might call me wherever I am. I'm sorry there's a psychopath who tracks me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. This is unbelievable. Like this is. I'm sorry that my whore wife wouldn't shut her mouth, and so I punched her in the face.
Yeah, it's so
Unbelievable.
bad. Like, don't even
Right,
bother.
This is the opposite of personal accountability.
This is
just
I'll
like,
do it again.
right. This is literally just like, I am not sorry at all. I would like to push the blame over to Kate Peter like I do most things in my life. Shiz, hit us with it right now, please. I'll do it. Yep, you got it right there. Right there. Hold on. There you go. This is pretty much Chili's entire apology in one nifty cartoon strip here.
Yeah.
But we'll keep going. Sorry, I said we weren't going to interject, and then I died a little.
All of these things are happening, but I can just direct you to a video that Kate made, and I'll show you guys the video here. I'll actually pull off for 1 second because I'm really close to where I'm going anyway, and I have to hide where I go because people are tracking me and stalking me. I'm really sorry that's happening. I'm sorry that's driven me to a place where I would say something like, I hope your kids get cancer, you get cancer, something like that. It was inappropriate, it was wrong, and I'm sorry for saying it.
Do it.
That doesn't mean that I'm not sorry that someone has drugged me to a place of hatred. Just think about that. I don't even know this person, never met them in my life. And I quite literally hate them, which is a horrible thing, and it's just like, you get to this place and you're like, man, it's horrible to like hold hatred in your heart for another person. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, that's what's happening. There's just no other way to see it. I hope that I airdrop this. If not, I'll airdrop it real quick. I need like 4 seconds here. I just wanted to apologize for saying that because, my grandmother died of cancer. Cancer is a horrible thing. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry I said that. I was pissed off. I also don't hope people burn in hell no matter how mad I get, because I'm a God-fearing, loving man and I believe in the afterlife. And I hope that this is just, I hope that this is the purgatory before we get to the best place ever. But just so you know, the detractors who say things about, oh, you said this and so I'm unsubscribing, please go as quick as you can. I don't give a shit. Hold on, let me airdrop this real quick.
Here we go.
So I'm just going to show you guys this video real fast, and then I've got to get my errands done here in Denver, and then I've got to do something,
Okay, so right now he's showing a street sign and repeating over and over again the city that he's in. So really good job, yet again, Chili, being careful about disclosing your location to, potentially millions of people that you've never met.
You've maintained your 100% on still shots too.
Right. Like, this guy's an
Susie,
idiot.
shut up. You're such a fraud. Susie is such a fraud. You're a fake, Susie. And you guys remember, always block Susie. Always block her, permanently block her. Always block whoever Susie
I will never do
is.
that.
It's some angry little troll somewhere. But I'll direct you guys to this, and then I gotta go. I publicly said I was sorry for saying that I hope people get cancer. Really sorry I said that. Obviously, I don't mean that. Cancer sucks. This channel.
He sounds really sorry.
It's some angry little troll somewhere.
Oh.
But for all the people who are watching this and are like hate watching me, or people who love me and support me, that's great. I want to show you guys this one clip, and then I really do have to go. I have to go. Oh, you can just send Heather Holt. Have you guys seen her Facebook page? Yeah, Heather Holt is a monster of a person. She may be one of these longtime auditors, moderators, but she's a horrible person. Go look at her Facebook page. She's awful. I mean,
wow. Okay.
Everybody's like, hi, Heather Holt. Go look at her Facebook page. Go see what she actually. Okay.
What she looks like, Chili.
But I want you guys to watch this.
I
just have a real quick question.
Oh, yep. There's me. Hold on. Wait a minute.
What stream is
What?
this?
Wow,
What do you
that's
think-
mad old.
That is
Yeah.
mad
What
old.
What do you think that he's going to post that is worse than wishing bone cancer upon children? Like, what do you think I could have possibly said?
Oh, anything to upset Chili.
Okay, I'm just, wait till you hear what he determines is somehow worthy of deflecting wishing bone cancer on children. Wait for it.
Chuck in Illinois, $10 for the cause. Thank you. I don't know what the cause is, but I appreciate it. Really, we're just trolling here. We're just messing around. It's for fun.
Just trolling. So
That's it?
How dare you troll him? He's a Greek god.
It's in the fucking name.
I said that, we don't have a very serious mission. We're just trolling. We're just having fun. And thanks somebody for $10, which is definitely
Oh, we didn't
more
have a
egregious.
mission. That's what it was.
Yeah,
That really
yeah.
triggers him.
Much more. You know what my mission is right now? To continue to raise money for childhood cancer patients. Chili, I've raised $1,600 the last fundraiser that I did. I believe the plot hole did $2,500 over the last day or two now. I don't even know what I don't remember what educated. I'm just saying, that's one of my missions is to raise a little bit of money for childhood cancer. How much have you raised, Chili, for childhood cancer? No, I'm sorry. You raised $500 for Deborah Rogers binders, right?
Chuck in Illinois, $10 for the cause. Thank you. I don't know what the cause is, but I appreciate it. Really, we're just trolling here. We're just messing around. It's for fun.
Who wants
just
that
for fun.
$10?
So I filed a harassment protection order against Kate, and I filed a federal tort lawsuit. Is this still fun, Kate? Are you having a good time? Do people think this is fun?
Dude, he's so stupid.
So if you just filed a harassment order against me, Chili, and you're going to hearing to try to get that granted, why are you addressing me right now? Why are you acting like it's some sort of punishment, or like, are you having fun yet, Kate? Like, it's almost like you're using it as a weapon.
To track
Chili.
me and put dog shit on my doorstep and all those things. You guys think this is fun? To call every place I go, to harass my friends and family, to call my previous investors and friends. But this is a good time. Remember, this is for no cause. We're just having a good time. I'm really sorry someone has led me down to their pitiful bottom basement level of scum. This chick is a scumbag. And
I don't know,
Says
Chili.
the scumbag.
I'm sitting in my house right now. I'm streaming. I've made more money this stream than you have in your last 5. I can guarantee that. My kids are in bed right now. I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to bring them to school. I'm going to go to my job, work all day. I'm going to come home. I'm going to cook a meal in the kitchen in my home. I'm going to drive my car around that I bought outright and hasn't been stolen. Yeah, I'm the scumbag here, Chili. You really got me. You really got me. Yeah.
And after Wednesday, she can't talk about me anymore. Kate, I pray to God you violate the order that you'll get against you on Wednesday. I pray to Jesus that you, I'm not Christian, but I was raised Catholic. So I pray to God that you
Either way, you're not supposed to pray to God.
violate what happens on Wednesday, because you'll lose on Wednesday. And so I'm sorry.
That's going to look really good in front of the judge. Brilliant, right there.
Because
right
this
there.
is a win or lose matter.
Well, no, it's not just that. He's praying that I violate. Now, I'm sorry, but if you need a harassment order, if you need any protection from the courts, are you openly saying, I hope that you violate it? Are you openly saying it's going to
before
shut
you
up?
even get it?
Well,
Before
not
you
even
even
either
get
way. Either way, like this is the definition of a retaliatory protection order. Like no judge is going to not be able to see through this. Your own words, Chili. 2 days before we go to court. You're so smart.
To the people who are offended about the cancer comment, obviously, I was upset, watching that troglodyte raise money for, and then claiming the victimhood. That was the worst. They put Kate here. Oh my God, just disgusting. And then Kate continued to defame me again, which I'll be adding to my amended complaint in my federal tort lawsuit.
Do it. He still hasn't figured out what defamation means. So I'm sure it's going to be a real home run right out of the park, Chili.
There it is, guys. All right, I said I was sorry. So people asked me to say I was sorry. Of course I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
He doesn't sound sorry at all.
Of course. I'm upset. Look what I'm having to deal with. I have to go right now and do more paperwork right now.
Oh, what a victim.
This is not my track of life. I have to deal with someone who's a horrifically horrible
But you wanted to be
person.
a scholar.
Sorry, I hate her now. I'm sorry that I feel hatred. I pray to God that he will release this hatred from me. He will release this hatred from me for a person who's
Oh my God.
absolutely horrible. I pray to God for her soul.
Did he just say he wasn't religious?
If there is a hell, people like that will go there. But I don't want her to go to hell. It's so tearing inside of me. I'm a human being, so being stalked and tracked everywhere I go, having to look over my shoulder all the time.
Yeah, show us more.
It's just so disgusting that someone's allowed to do it until
he hasn't looked over his shoulder once.
Right, and he doesn't have to. And I mean, like, an easy
Yeah,
way
he's
again
not
is like,
scared.
get the fuck off the internet. Chili, I don't know what to tell you, but honestly, like, you're a lol cow. I don't know. Like, there's no other way. We have to have a talk. I feel like I'm going to, like, honestly have to explain this, like, via the judge as a conduit, hoping that Chili will understand. Like, if you don't like the position that you're in right now, like, it's time to close down YouTube. I'm not telling you to do that. I don't even want you to do that. I love the content that this guy provides. Like, it's genuinely entertaining to me, like the best sitcom that's ever existed. But if he doesn't like this, like, he needs to shut, because he's a lol cow. This is what's going to happen. There's going to be nothing but throngs of, again, look up Ice Poseidon, look up Chris Chan, look up Cyrax. I know you've talked to Cyrax. Really look at what Cyrax is, though, because those are your peers now. Like, that is where you've put yourself. So, like, no matter what, you could get me shut down tomorrow, Chili. You're not, but you could. And there's going to be 10 more behind me because you are a troll magnet. You are a lol cow. You are being milked for others' enjoyment. I can't stop it. I can't help it. I can't help you. If I could, for your own mental sanity at this point, I would be like, guys, like, kind of push the brakes here, but I have no control over it. Nobody does. Like, the only person that has control over this is Chili. He needs to either shut his shit down or do nothing but, like, stream from a fixed location where you can't see where he is, right? Because then at least you don't have to worry about people fucking pulling these pranks on you in public. Jesus Christ.
until Wednesday. And then we really go, as soon as we get that on Wednesday, we really go after your YouTube and Discord, Katie.
That sounds good.
Oh my God, dude.
God bless you. We don't stop.
Yeah, so you just threatened me. You just threatened me again on a live stream. Like, why are you so
Weaponizing
dumb?
the order.
Well, no, it's going to be very easy to, like, show the judge, like, look, he just wants to use the court to exercise prior restraint on my speech, right? He's saying it explicitly. That's what he's saying. Like, it's stupid.
Yeah, you can't
Stupid,
gaslight.
stupid.
This is direct from him.
Some of the other videos, hold on a minute. I just realized that I have quite a few, almost all the other videos, but I don't actually have this one.
Wish we could all attend in Zoom. It would be a
I have it
madhouse,
now.
though.
So now, Chili, if you have second thoughts, which I know you won't because you're an idiot and you delete it, like I just downloaded it, so that was good. Always good to just, like, publicly talk about your malicious intentions with the courts. On that note, should we read some super chats?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to. We don't have mods approving things really right now. Oh, there we go. All right. So William Graber or Grabber, I'm going to say Graber. Hello to the Macedonian trolls. Hello, comrade. The rabbit says, this is an automated trolls messaging system. TTU forever, and Jate always wins. Troll message complete. Chili, I do door, and Charlie left him ice cream. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Cynthia Merritt says, Chili isn't deleting comments tonight. Okay, so he's on that part of his cycle. He is. He's very, just like Cyrax.
He's trying to get people back.
No, this is the same cycle that all lol cows go through. Like, right, at some point, they freak out, they shut everything down, they vow, absolute vengeance on the trolls. Then they go, you know what? No, it doesn't bother me at all. They open it back up, and then within a few days, they get triggered again. Like,
hold on a
Chili's
second,
been doing
Rachel
it this whole
Anderson. Kate has never physically threatened anyone. Chili has repeatedly physically threatened her.
Yeah,
Stop
I've never.
that bullshit.
Right. Well, I mean, Rachel Anderson is a borderline pathological liar. She comes on and tries to, like, project a certain image of her, which is clearly not true. You can kind of, again, it's projection or confession through projection. You listen to what she describes her life and you know that it's nothing like it. She's obviously, the woman is barely literate. We should be kind to her. Art Kudo says, boycott, delete laws. I would never do such a thing. I don't want to hurt his prosperity. Chili's Car says, it's very easy to make fun of Chili Vanilli. The jokes go over his head. Heyo. Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill of Stupidity says, Chalita's mommy would love to come on your show. She was on my list. What the fuck, dude?
No families.
Can we just not? Yeah, like, come on. Jesus Christ. Robert Ducky. Thank you for becoming a member. Oh, shoot. I just missed Casey. Casey, sorry. I just missed your comment. I meant to hit it and I unstarted it like an idiot. Sorry about that, Casey. Robert Ducky says, TTU, Team Skeptic fan. Nut might fall for Kate and panel. I'm going to say that was butt because it sounds a lot. Yeah. Thank you. Chili's Car. Why does Chili Vanilli get excited by credit card machines? It's the only time he gets asked to please insert here.
Oh. No,
except for those fingers of the butt. No, those fingers of the butt. Melissa Riemann says, Chili is so fragile. He talks tough, runs fast, and slap suits faster. Hashtag evidence. Yeah, he leaves a lot. I mean, he's very transparent in his plots. McNulty's sober companion says, Comrade Chilito. Oh, come on. I'm not speaking Russian. Polshastia Nis. Come on. Okay. Thank you for what that says. I'm very
Thank you
American.
for not like basic bitching that. Like,
yeah, no,
not trying.
It would be an affront to the motherland, you know. Chili's Car says, why couldn't Chili Vanilli start a fire? As always, he had Tinder but no matches.
I think you mean Grindr.
Chili's Car, I got your email. I know you guys I got like an influx of emails today, and I've been trying to like get through them and answer them, but it's been a long day. Shelby E says, look what you made me do, Taylor Grift. That was clever.
Nice.
Michael Bowman says, love you, Kate, and all massholers. Guys, Michael Bowman, I talked to him earlier today. It seems like he's on the mend. Anyone who's been sending him, healing thoughts and energy, thank you. Keep it up. We need him 100%. Love you, Mike. Team Skeptic says, for the Queen, TTU. Thank you, King.
2 thumbs up.
Hail, Serena, Kate, and long may you reign. Thank you, good sir. I should get like a court going here, right? Like some knights and ladies in waiting. Lots of fried chicken. Xanarkin A says, Chili's energy is that of a cornered hornet. They also have the same size sting. Yeah, I mean, like, I would never go get an order on Chili because I would have to tell a court that I'm in fear of him, and that would be a lie.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I will not lie under oath, unlike Chili. William Foley says, wagon wheel pasta is the best pasta. I have to agree with you. That was a little bit of projection on my part when I said that about the wagon wheel pasta. Chili's Car said, how come Chili Vanilli never goes to jail? He's already in cell. God, you've got so many jokes here. Gaming with both hands says, I'm no doctor, but I think he's on his way to a mental break with manic rage.
On his way?
Yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, I've seen a lot of cows go through the cycle with this behavior. And, they don't generally break and kill people. Chris Chan's in prison for that whole thing with his mom, but hopefully that this doesn't go that way with Chili because that was dark. Nobody put evil idea. I'm not even kidding here. Like some people, like when they get really on, not people from here, people from like the outer edges of Kiwi Farms, which I understand is shut down now. Yeah, there's some people like out beyond our little community that will do some fucked up things in the name of trolling. Like, don't be that person. This is not some sort of autistic Illuminati here. Like, we're not going to sit and plot about ways to, severely fuck with people, like convincing them to rape their elderly mothers. So don't do that. CJ, that's still awful what happened to Chris Chan, in my opinion. CJ Halliday says, is there anyone else you're talking about lately? Just wondering. I need more lolcow cowards in my arsenal. LOL, keep it up, Kate. Yeah, we got a couple people we can. Right now, the court stuff is really the most dramatic.
That reminds me, you need to send me something.
Yes, I tell her all the time, and she ignores me.
Everybody shame her.
No, it's not that I ignore you. It's that I get like, oh my God.
You know what you need to do.
I do. The pressure's unbelievable. Pandyland has refunded me $2 because I accidentally overpaid her this week. Yeah, thanks for that. That was you're the most honest operative that I have there. Thank you so much. Veronica Foster says, "Here's the genius of Chili. He's dumb AF, yet he mesmerizes us all with his dazzling display of witlessness." Yeah, no, he's an amazing entertainer, really, honestly. Chili's car says, "What did Cinderella and Chili do when they got to the ball? They choked." Oh, thank you. $2 from Chili, or £2 from Chili. I appreciate that. Thank you. Paul Barry says, this guy won his case, but he won it wrong. Who won the case? Chili?
The guy
Chili
that
hasn't
won,
won
like, the
anything.
boot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Chili is suing because he thinks this could be a cash grab. Probably he was going to be, sorely disappointed if that's the case. Linux Guy says, "Keep up the giving, Chili. No content on every stream, everyone." Wow, witchy bitch. Thank you very much. Chili's car says, "What do you call an intelligent mod on Chili's channel? A visitor." Yeah. Nevada East Coast asks, "Usual drop site for future instructions." Yep. 10-4, breaker, Eagle. Read the room. Hypocrite says, "Narcissists never apologize. They can't be wrong ever." Yeah, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, Chili seems to be pretty consistent with most of like the stuff that you read online about, narcissistic personality disorder, all those symptoms. Again, I'm not going to do the same level of research that Chili does. So just because I've read some articles on Google doesn't make me a scholar, but seems kind of consistent. Biff Thunder Muffin says, "Hail Caton." Thank you, my dear. Hail Biff, everybody. Chili's car says, "Are we sure Chili isn't an Olympic competitor? He runs from debate faster than any human alive."
He's the Usain Bolt of running from fucking intellectual conversation.
Yeah, right.
He runs.
Right.
He's just run, Forrest, run. Like the moment he got that warrant, too.
Poor little Ting Ting.
Ting Ting.
You ever seen that? He reminds me of Ting Ting. It's running. The Salty Explorer says, "I'm sorry that you made me hit you, Chili." Yeah, no, I mean, that is literally out of every single narcissistic abuser's playbook right there. Nevada East Coast says, "Hail Sar Kate." Thank you. I'm trying here, New identity. We tend to slip into them very quickly as soon as they're assigned. So Ari here said, "I'm so sorry I couldn't get a girl, so I had to make and give a night drink to women." Oh, Chili. Yep. GHB, not the date rape drug. Scraps DeSelby Bowen says, "Chili, cancer sucks." Yes, it does.
Cancer does suck.
Right. So does Chili. Chad Transgrid said he lied, so he has to do it where you live. Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand how he's getting any sort of jurisdiction hold on any of these things, because technically you're supposed to file at the courthouse where the plaintiff resides, but apparently Chili's vagrant, so that can be anywhere. Chili's Sanity said, "I had to leave. Would you stay with him?" Yeah, no thanks. Cameo Stark said, "He's literally just saying the equivalent of the devil made him do it, but you are the devil, so hail Caton. This man-child is just brain rot." Absolutely. Xanawin says, "Said he's not a Christian. He was raised Catholic." Tomato. Yeah, that's Chili for you. He's a theology scholar as well. Geeky Castillo says, "If he shuts you down, I switch to cover him." Yeah, I'm sure. Like I said, he could try to shut me down. He's not going to be able to. But let's say that on that 0.000, 4% chance that he shuts down this YouTube channel, like there's a billion others that are doing the same thing. Like in some cases worse. Like we've got people talking about his mother and shit. Rachel Anderson and Chili Vanilli are prime examples that people with smallest minds have biggest mouths. Yeah. Rachel's a regular Mensa member here. I can't wait till she graces us with 40 comments as soon as the stream ends. Like just
she's gigantic, the Algo MVP.
Like run-on paragraphs. Just, like walls of text with not a period or comma in sight.
I'm going to have to look at that.
Oh my God, it's every stream. It's so funny.
Cindy Sue, I hope to see you on Wednesday, Cindy Sue, if you're up to it. Kate Fuller Hospital is just down Route 1, or we could try to get him into Butler and Providence. I'm sure a bed is available. Yeah, he won't. He'll be, zooming in. Late Night with 702 says, Kate always wins. The joke will be on Chili when his vexatious lawsuits are dismissed without merit. Yeah, I'm sure that, I don't really see it going well for Chili. I'm trying not to be too cocky with it, but like, honestly. Team Skeptic said, just want to say thanks to Kate in the chat. My vacay is going great and you guys are amazing. Love you, Kate, Shizzle, Dog Detective, and Trifold Trolls. The king is spoken.
Oh,
we love
enjoy
you
your
too.
vacation.
Nima says, good luck on Wednesday, Kate. Thank you. Hopefully I don't get accosted in another parking lot. That's like really all I care about. Cindy Trump 2024 said, I want to see the Zoom. Yeah, I'm sure that it will be on Zoom. I just don't want a circus, honestly. Like, that's the last thing. Like, no matter what, the details of the hearing will be disseminated in many forms throughout the internet, I'm sure. I just don't want a circus while we're there. It's a court. It's a courtroom, not a 3-ring circus. Grandma Sunshine Dragon said, love you, Kate and fellow trolls. # Kate always wins. Love you too. I'm going to try to call you tomorrow. I've been like messed up from being sick. I just really pushed that one day that I spent sleeping on Saturday, right? Just absolutely wrecked my weekend because then I had a bunch of shit to do on Sunday and go right into the work week. Things Chili will never understand. Chili's car said, official thank you to Rachel Anderson. I was on a 747 recently and we needed a place for an emergency landing. It was dark, but the sheer size and glaring sheen from her forehead allowed us to land safely. Hey, listen, sometimes
claws are out.
Sometimes foreheads get a little shiny. Poor Rachel. Rubber Ducky, thank you. RA said, trolling is not IRL. Everyone act accordingly. Exactly. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Amen.
Tesla Bitten Radio says, Chili's favorite song, Run Like Hell by Pink Floyd. Yep. Splaticus Max says, the canned chili industry is suing him for a decline in sales. Yeah.
No one wants to put chili in their mouth.
Hormel is like, damn you, Chili's car, thank you. Put a 1 in the chat to show support again for Kate's unyielding strength in the face of morons and idiots. Thank you very much. Please do not, confuse my mental illness for strength, though. I just, love the chaos. Chili, so most of the time, sometimes it's a pain, but I always bounce back. Chili's mouth is so dry, they hired him to play the sand version of Imhotep the Mummy. Yep. Michael Bowman, I can hear it now, Kate. I'm scared of Chili. Judge, order in the court. Stop laughing, everyone. Yeah, that's what we don't want to happen. We don't want it to be a circus like that, honestly. Scraps to Selby Bowen asks, how did I escape Red Sox and his army? It was tough, but I managed to evade all these very serious physical attacks that people have been threatening me with since Chili tried to get us order. So, yeah.
Normal things.
Yeah, somebody has a good point right there. Like, if Kate gets shut down, Chili would end up wishing he never took her off the air because there are way worse YouTubers covering him. Yeah, there's some toxic ass. Like, our community, I can admit, it gets pretty toxic. But there's a line that we have that, like, other people out there, like, they have. I should do some stories just on some of, like, the worst trolling cases I've ever seen, like, Dragon Lord, or Chris Chan, or, so you have no idea how invasive the internet can be, Chili. Like, really, honestly, you should really smarten up with this guy he put his fucking credit card on the internet the other day, just flashed it.
Yeah, security code and everything.
All the credit card information right there. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Anyway, I gotta go because I gotta go to bed. It is a work day for me tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to do a stream for members and Patreons. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the court stuff. And then obviously we'll be back on Wednesday, probably with a hilarious story, hopefully anyway. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Night.